We are at the Baileyton KOA in Baileyton, Tennessee.
And this is a campground review. General impressions.
This is a quaint, grid-style campground hidden off the interstate between Pigeon Forge and the Tri-Cities area.
Right. The cost was $65 a night. For us, because we're KOA members, it was $59 a night. And we would give that a value of 4 because although it's a smaller campground, it packs a lot of amenities in. So you're definitely going to want to stay to see what our favorite thing was. Campground.
This is a medium-sized campground laid out in a grid pattern with plenty of pull-throughs and some back-end sites. It does get a bit packed in the busy times like Memorial Day when we're here.
It was definitely, though, very well kept and maintained. We always saw staff out working and upgrading the facilities. We stayed in campsite B05.
This is a gravel pull-through site that's mostly level, but it will require some leveling blocks for front to back.
It has full hookups with 50 and 30 amps, so hashtag 50. It has a fire ring with a grill overlay and a picnic table at every site. As with most KOAs, some of the sites do have upgraded patios if you're willing to pay an additional price.
With barbecues.
They'd prefer a propane refill station, but they don't have any dump stations available. However, if you're staying here, you really don't need it because all the campsites have full hookups.
The campground does have Wi-Fi. We tested it at 0.07 down and 0.0 up. And no, I'm not mistaken in my number in there.
He actually asked, "Are you sure that's right?" And I said, "Yes, that's right." It was definitely good availability, but the actual workings of it were not that great. So you could check email, but the coverage of the Wi-Fi was good all over the campground.
We tested Starlink at 32 megabits per second down and 3.77 megabits per second up. It does vary greatly based on which site you have due to the tree coverage. I did manage at one point to get over 100 megabits per second down. Verizon Wireless with our PepLink router tested at 20.6 megabits per second down and 2 megabits per second up.
The noise level at this campground was very minimal. As you can hear, we are currently outside filming this. At nighttime, when all of the noise dies down from just the hustle and bustle of the campsites themselves, you can hear the distant hum of interstate, but it is pretty quiet. So I would say, from the inside of the RV, you couldn't hear anything. So I would say this is a really quiet campground.
The pool and playgrounds are at the outskirts of the campground as well, so they don't create that much noise either. Gator.
Give it a 4.
Amenities.
They have 3 bathrooms and 2 showers that are centrally located, and they are very clean. I mean, you walk in and they smell clean and they look clean. They also have been recently renovated. They have 3 washers and 3 dryers, and the cost is $2 to wash and $1.50 to dry. There is a dumpster at the front of the campground as well, which is pretty centrally located, and they also offer trash pickup at your site. That's really bougie.
It is. Just make sure to have your trash out by 9. You're taking down another star for that.
They even have a laundry sink out in front of the wash area, and it has cold and hot water.
They have an outside pool, water wars area, gaga ball, basketball, a driving tee, which is really surprising, ladder ball, cornhole, horseshoes, a jump pad, and a playground.
They even have a fun spot to take a photo out in front of the Campstore, which of course is one of my favorite things. It's for a group photo.
With removable little things so that you can hide the areas for the number of family members you have.
They have a mega slide, which is available on weekends for $5 a day. They also have a mineral sluice, and that is free, but you do have to purchase the bags that are available in the Campstore. Dog friendliness.
There are multiple grassy areas with pickup stations, and they're fully stocked, which is the most important part.
That's right.
They do have a small off-leash dog area at the top of the hill. It is a bit of a climb. That's probably one of my major downsides. for this park is it is a really tough climb, especially for senior dogs, for a very small off leash area when there's much more room there that they could have taken advantage of.
It could also be challenging for people with mobility issues.
Definitely. Camp store.
They have a really nice camp store with all of the grocery necessities, KOA swag, pizza to order, ice cream by the scoop. They also have firewood and ice for sale. Campstaff Interactions.
We had multiple interactions with the camp staff. They seemed very friendly, welcoming, and helpful.
Now, the part that you've been waiting for, where we tell you how we rate this campground in Google Reviews and RV Trip Wizard. But before we get to that, please make sure to like and subscribe. It makes sure you don't miss one of our next campground reviews, and it really helps our channel continue to grow. For rooms, we gave it a 4. The only reason that we took 1 star off for this campground was because the sites were a little bit narrow and not fully level. Otherwise, they were really nice. For service, we gave them a 5.
For location,
We gave them a 5. They were fairly easy to access even with a big rig, easy to navigate the main roads inside the campground, and close to the interstate, but didn't have, surprisingly,
road noise.
right. How do they do that?
The only suggestion I would have is that they put another side road in the front of the park so that you can cross between the two halves of the park without having to go all the way around to the backside.
That'd make it a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
Overall, we gave them a 5. We would definitely come back to this campground again.
So, Amy, what was your favorite part of staying at this campground?
I think my favorite part was that it's a little bit outside of the main areas, the main cities. So at nighttime, we can enjoy this awesome patio that we have. It's quiet, especially after most of the campers left on the weekend. And we've got we've got really good visibility with very little light pollution to see the stars and see the moon. Okay, Mike, so what's your favorite part?
My favorite part is the fact that they have a fishing pond here.
We forgot to mention that.
Yeah, it's free to fish. It is catch and release. They do have live bait available in the camp store.
And if you're in the Pigeon Forge area or the Tri-City area or somewhere in between like we are,
or visiting Greenville, the home of Andrew Johnson, one of our former presidents,
or David Crocket, there's so much to see around here. So if you're staying at any of these areas close by, this is definitely a great campground to check out.